Okay, so
I just want to address one
I hate
thing.
to be the bearer of bad news, but we now have to end our consultation only because I guess you called the cops and they issued a parking citation in the amount of $800 for the vehicle parked in the handicap stall. And it's not because I don't want to represent you anymore, but the moment the officer issued this, you created a conflict of interest between you and my office. So now I have to cease
I'm not the one that actually called the police.
Well,
I didn't call the police myself.
I'm not sure who called the police, but somebody called the police.
But that wasn't me. You can get that call off. That wasn't me. That wasn't me that called the police. That wasn't me that called the police. I'm in with my attorney right now, son. I'll call you back. That wasn't me that called the police.
So it's just a coincidence that you were complaining about that?
No, I came in and complained. I was on the phone. No, I was on the phone, and maybe
who called the police?
It could have been a family member because I was on the phone with my family when I was complaining.
It could have been, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way whatsoever, but the fact that this was issued, the fact that you complained about it, brought it to our attention, whether you call the cops or not, or if a family member call the cops, this is considered, even though it's an infraction, it still falls under litigation, which, unbeknownst to you or a family member brought that against us. So now,
and how is that against you?
Well, it's against my office. This is one of our staff members' vehicle.
Your office just said it wasn't your staff members.
They're loading up office equipment. That's the only reason why they're there. And look, with all due respect, sir, because I'm sympathetic to your situation.
Because I didn't do that. I came in to complain to you guys.
No, I understand that.
Instead of calling the police.
But somebody called the police and they issued an $800 ticket.
It could have been the lady that was just sitting there when I was complaining. I don't know who did that. I'm in here with you.
I didn't see anybody.
Yes, ask the lady. It was a lady in there when I was complaining. I was literally going off.
When I was in there?
Yes.
I only saw you in the
No, it was a Hispanic lady sitting right there when I was complaining. No, not her behind the desk. It was a lady sitting there.
Oh, I know you're talking about her, but what I'm saying is she wouldn't have called the cops on us.
Well, I don't know who did. I'm serious. I did not do that.
In any event, but this is why it creates a conflict now. I know, but this is what I got to explain to you. This is what's frustrating. It's a situation where you did complain about that. I mean, I apologize to you. You did complain about that, but now coincidentally, we have a BPD officer here issued a citation for that. And see, this is why it creates a conflict, because whether you called or the family called, that's the question, right? It's one of those things where it's like, wait a minute, like what happened here?
I didn't have time to call in that heat. I'm trying to get in the building.
I understand that.
And even the lady saw me when I was, I'm waving at the lady to even help me in the building. I didn't have time to be on the phone. I'm talking to your people to get in the building. That's not right.
No, I understand that, sir.
That's not right.
I mean, I'm not being accusatory. I'm just sharing with you that it automatically creates a conflict. This just conflicted you out of, at least it conflicted me out of this case.
And I'm getting comfortable in here.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not all. I know it's frustrating, but here's the thing. I now have to make the court aware. I don't have to tell them what the conflict is. I just now have to make the court aware. Conflict was created. I'll make sure. Because what they'll do is they'll reappoint you a new attorney, and I'll make sure I'll get on the police report. The good news is we haven't gotten into this case.
No, but I actually feel comfortable. Like I told you, you haven't checked who I am yet, but I work with a lot of attorneys,
and I believe you.
And I know who to feel comfortable with and everything. And
unfortunately,
I was feeling comfortable, No,
and I understand that, and thankfully the attorneys on the IDP panel are highly competent, and I'm certain you would feel comfortable with any number one of us. But shoot, this ties my hands. Crud. I tried to talk to the officer right now too. I'm like, no, we're just loading stuff up.
even went out of my way to park on the other side of your parking lot. You know, I didn't even park next to the vehicle or anything. I parked on the other side so that there wouldn't be a big problem. So I wouldn't have to come back out and say, hey, I can't get in my vehicle now. Or, man, that's not right, man.
Well,
I even asked you, you know what? Why would I come in and ask your staff whose car is it to have it moved if I was going to call somebody? The car would have been moved by the time they got here. That's what I came in asking, was to move the vehicle. That don't even make any sense, man.
It's unfortunate. Nonetheless, it doesn't change. It,
I'm going to one of my audits so you can see what it is I do. You know, not
no, sir, I
for any other. No, this is what I do is ADA audits. So even in my videos, if you go to YouTube, you'll see that I go to businesses and I consult with them about ADA. I don't call the police on people. And the people that I have, you know, like the County of Kern that we did sue in regards to ADA, it was after years of being accosted and not having access to Kern Medical Center.
No, and I understand that. It's just, it's real easy to create a conflict. It's not that you even had to call the police. It's just the appearance.
But how does it have to do anything with me?
Only because when you were in here, you were discussing potentially suing the firm for an ADA violation, and then coincidentally, officer comes and issues a citation on the vehicle. Just that alone creates the appearance that it may or may not have been you or somebody from your family. Just that appearance alone creates a conflict of interest, sir. So that's why I have to, by law, I have to stop.
Yes, and this is my stuff right here, you know.
That's where we are, unfortunately. So I will make sure that I still appear on September 9th, but I have to inform the court due to conflict of interest. They'll relieve me. They'll appoint you another highly qualified attorney. I'll make sure I'll hand them this case file that same day. That way we can just pick up where we left off. Okay, sir? Let me help you out.
You see, this is one of my audits right here that you can hear.
Myself and my wife trying to trying to rent a trailer to go down and help my family down in LA, which is an actual spiritual mission as chaplains. And as you can see, every access curve and ramp here is blocked.
Now you see where I parked at? That's my BMW there.
The warning is blocked.
Yes.
There's no way up on the curb or anything else. Vehicle after vehicle after vehicle. No one is going to try and help me.
Everybody heard that. Now I just got put out of the office because someone called the police and said that I called the police about an ADA parking space out here at the attorney's office. This is the kind of stuff that happens when people don't want to represent you for their own selfish reasons and motives. Bring me all the way out of my house and everything for this. Unbelievable. And it's all recorded.